Hello folks, this is the BlackWeasel, and today is One Piece chapter 827. So, those special holidays have come to a close, and now we're just going back towards uh, the regular schedule released. And this time One Piece got released on a Thursday, so now I think Japan stopped cracking down on illegal manga publishers. Anyways, the name of the chapter is called Chapter 827, Totland. Now, for the 500 million Berry Man arc, we have Van back at the Kamabaka Kingdom and reuniting with the underlings, the weirdo underlings. Now, the name of the volume is called Preparation, so looks like they're preparing for something. I think Van is going back towards the Revolutionary Army, I believe. Okay, and this person who looks like from Big Mom Pirates Crew, he says, so that's how it is. My apologies, I just assumed that you're an enemy. And then somebody says, so in other words, that ship over there is one that you hijacked from an enemy. And someone says, could it be that you have something very sweet stocked up in there? And a different person says, but of course. And the same person says, Mama will be so delighted once she finds out. And Pacom says, it's a bitter surprise for her from me, so I appreciate it if you didn't file a report regarding the arrival of the ship. And the guy says, that's so heartwarming. He, I hear you loud and clear. And the same person says, Sir Pacom, you're so suave. So he looks like he is fully healed. And it seems as though the Straw Hat, the Sanji rescue team has finally arrived at Whole Cake Island. And Luffy and Chopper arrive on the island, and Luffy says, look Chopper, so many different kinds of people walking around. And Chopper yells at, whoa. And Luffy said, not to mention the bricks, the house is literally, everything here is made of chocolate. And Luffy yells out, a chocolate town, I've died and gone to heaven. And he's very happy. He yells out, a chocolate fountain. What do you call that for short? A choco-chin? Oh. And he also yells out, a chocolate hot springs and chocolate clothes. Like, everything's made out of chocolate. And we have a capture shot of the Sunny Go. So they really departed from the ship. And then Nami has a new dress from the Whole Cake Island. She says, now this is cute. And Kara says, Nami, you look gorgeous. And Nami says, how is it? Do I still look like a pirate? And Nami says, hey, Brooke. And Brooke is lying down. and Brooke is being a pervert as usual. He says, hey? And Picom says, it takes about a day from here to get to Whole Cake Island. And Nami says, I went easy on you. And Carrot says, go out and buy us some groceries before we get moving again. And Brooke says, roger that. And Nami has beaten Brooke to a bloody pulp. It was kind of funny. So wait, you know what? They're really not on a Whole Cake Island. They're at a weird place. Anyways, Carrot says, hey Pecom, I noticed that there seems to be all kinds of races gathered here at this place. This even means it's like a wonderland. Yeah, that's the theme of Big Mom's Pirates. It's Alice in Wonderland. I never really watched the movie. I saw a play. I believe I saw a play in high school, but I don't. No. I remember I missed that one. Shit. Anyways, Pecom says that's precisely what Mama dreams of. A utopia where all races from around the world can live in harmony without discrimination, prejudices, or segregation. Damn! That's really idealistic from a big-ass pirate. There's a mink. We have a dude from a long leg tribe. We have a girl from a long hair tribe. We have, I think, a fishman, maybe. And Nami says, huh? And Pecom says, and by that I mean literally all the races of the world. It becomes it's easier if you simply consider this place as one large powerful nation at this point. Pacom says there are 34 islands dotted around Whole Cake Island, and each of these islands are ruled by chancellors. Pacom says we refer to all these islands in general as such. Totland. And in Japanese it means a country of 10,000. And Pacom said this particular island happens to be the one Chancellor Chocolate rules over. Its full name is Chocola Town of Kako Island. As you can see, the entire town is made out of chocolate. What that? Damn, that's yummy. And that sounds diabetic. What the hell? And Luffy says, sounds delicious. And Carrot says, I love chocolate. Is it okay if I eat the chocolate structures here, though? And Pacom says, at this town, you're allowed to consume as much chocolate as you wish. And make sure to avoid the tile chocolate diet used by Ruth. Eating those is against the law because doing so exposes the town to various forms of precipitation that it occasionally gets. You know, rain. That makes sense. And Pacom says, furthermore, the windows are made by Chancellor Candy and the pillars by Chancellor Biscuits. The rest of the things in this town that aren't chocolate are all either personal belongings to item or items open to public usage. And Nami says that's too complicated for me. And Pacom said this isn't a break, so come back here as soon as possible. Gao. And Pacom says my face will be too easily recognized, so I'll remain here on the ship. But I'm a real sucker for chocolate. I request some souvenir chocolate for myself as well. And Luffy says, got it. And Pacom says, "Oi, Straw Hat, quit slacking around. Hurry and get into your disguise so that..." And he is shocked as hell. And Nami says, if you're looking for Luffy and the others, they already left to explore the town. And Pacom says, hey? And he's really surprised. Pacom says, oi, what do you lot think will happen if they find out that I brought you all here? Tread lightly and proceed with caution. And Nami says, not to worry, finding him won't be an issue because he sure stick out like a sore thumb. And there's a question mark next near Pacom's. And somebody yells out, it's a crime! Someone just ate a cafe! And Nami says, and there you go. And Pacom is pissed as hell. He says, you got to be shitting me. Now the scene changes toward in the middle of the town, and somebody says, if it were just the wall, we could easily repair the building by adding some more chocolate in it. But the entire cafe is gone. This is ridiculous. Were you two the ones responsible for this? And somebody, and this police officer yells out, marshmallows, almonds, and jelly beans. Consumption of property. This is truly a grievous crime. I'm going to have to write you two up. Come with me to the station. And Luffy and Chopper, these guys are really fat, and the scar from Akinu is really stretched out as well. Chopper says, well, oh man, we really did had a good reason for doing what we did. And the policeman says, oh, fine, what? Go on, spill it. And Luffy and Chopper yell out, it was too delicious not to eat. And then the policeman says, that's it, you two gluttonous imbeciles are coming with me, down to the police station. And Pedro says, this is bad, they're about to get arrested. And Brooke says, Mr. Pedro, violence is not the answer. And somebody says, please wait, Mr. Chocolate Police Officer. And apparently there's a flying carpet that's singing carpet. And the police officer says, if it isn't a proprietor of the establishment. And the police officer says, just look at what they reduced the price of the cafe to. And Luffy says, was that a flying carpet? And he's supposed to say, was that a flying carpet? And this person says, oh my heavens. And Brooke says, it appears things have gone from bad to worse. The owner of the cafe has arrived. And the person is... And this girl says, how could you leave in so much to go to waste? You both promised to eat everything up. And she says, And the cafe caramel owner is named Nitro the Jello. And the name of the carpet is called Lay Beyond the Carpet. What? No. This isn't right. Wait, I think that's Pudding. The police officer says, hmm? And Luffy says, hey, huh? Hey, do you know her? And Chopper to Luffy says, not at all, who is she? Chopper says, also, am I the only one weirded out by that weird thing on her shoulder? And the girl says, I was really proud of this part with the jam, chocolate, and biscuit that come together too. Why don't you finish off this part? And Chopper and Luffy are surprised. And she puts the item in Luffy's mouth, and she says, come on now, eat up. And she said, isn't it yummy? And the police officer says, oh, say my apologies. So these two gentlemen are assuming dismantled the two who had taken down the cafe, who had taken the cafe down before it expired. And she says, yes, sir, I hired them both. That's weird. This is weird as hell. And the police officer says, the two of you should know better. If you're in the middle of these construction duties, you must first place a sign of no understand as such, notifying the public. I mean, there were even still customers in that cafe. And the police officer says, alright then, I'll be taking my leave. And the girl says, okay, your due diligence is much appreciated. I'm really sorry for the chaos caused, everyone. And one of the public people says, so it wasn't a crime scene after all. Oh, I knew it! This girl name was Pudding. And the police officer says, oh, before I forget, congratulations on your marriage, Lady Pudding. The police officer says the ceremony is right around the corner, so please please get some rest and take a break from all your duties here at the cafe. All of us here are truly wish you nothing but the best from the bottom of our hearts. And she starts blushing. She said such kind words. I knew who she was. That was Lady Pudding. Ah, shit. This is like fate coming together. Kara says it appears Mr. Luffy has been saved. And Nami says, I wonder who that girl is. She's far too forgiving. And Pedro says, what fortuitous luck. And Brooke says, yo ho ho ho! This too is part of future Pirate King's talents. And Pedro says, Wait, somebody recognized Pedro, and he says, Captain Pedro, it's been far too long. And this mink says, why are you here? And he whispers towards one of the mink. He says, I'm here on vacation. If you be so kind as to alert others my arrival, I'll be appreciated. Of course, sir. And then the guy said, of course, sir. I'm sorry to have even met you just once. And Nami says, you know people in this town? And Pedro says, I'll tell you about it later. And the scene changes, and Luffy says, man, so your name is Pudding, huh? He says, thanks a bunch. You really bailed us out back there. And Pudding says, oh no, please don't mention it. I should be the one thanking you. And Luffy said, why is that? And Pudding said, well, because you said my cafe was too delicious not to eat. And she yells like, yeah. And Pudding said the chocolate that place was made from a recipe I recently created from scratch. And she asks, how well did it melt in your mouth? I added pure beet sugar and milk to cocoa butter, and then I kneaded and mixed it together at 29 degrees Celsius for 3 days and nights in a row. And she says, when I hear you exclaim how great it tasted, it made me want to cry tears of joy. And Brooke starts crying, and she says, she's such a sweet and generous soul. And Luffy says, so I guess you really like making chocolate. And Luffy says, what a coincidence, I love sweets. This entire town smells like chocolate. It's what I imagine heaven would be like. Oh, the table's chocolate too. And Pudding says, foo foo foo. Glad to hear it. And Nami says, I don't mean to be rude and Pudding. We appreciate your hospitality and will let us stay here longer, but we all have somewhere urgent to be. And Pudding says, is that so? In that case, how about just a cup of tea to wash out the excessive sweetness in your mouth? And Pudding says, where are my manners? I haven't asked you what are your names yet, have I? And Luffy says, I'm Luffy. I'm gonna be pirate king. And Luffy starts, and Nami starts his mouth. Nami says, "Hey now," and Pudding says, "Eh," and the scene changes. Towards Whole Cake Island, and somebody's is laughing, ha 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 ha, mama mama mama, and I think Mama is asking how many more days is it until the tea party we have, and the people says, well, the candy flower says only 3 days left, mama, and we really get half a shot of Big Mom's face, and Big Mom says, "Is that so? How's Grandma's boy doing?" And apparently, the talking furniture yell out, "He has already arrived, Mama." And all the talking things are talking. It's a wedding. And somebody asks, "How's the cake coming along?" Precious wedding cake. Wedding cake. And the talking tree says the design is going well. And Big Mom says the budget. And somebody says, just don't be stingy. And somebody else says the ingredients. And the talking burger says, choose wisely, kill and rob when necessary. That's weird. And there's a bunch of singing going on. And someone sings eggs acquired. That's what somebody says. And a dude with a hat is talking to a snail. Says acquired because the same person says flower. And now this person on Flamingo. Some people start singing fruits acquired. Well, hold on. I'm actually looking at this backwards scenes. The backward. Oh, god damn it all. The background scene. Somebody has been slashed. Some people have been murdered. And some people says, it is playable. And some old dude says, leave that to us. And that's Big Mom. She says, let's all eat some scrumptious, tasty cake. This will be a rather sweet deal. She yells, it's a tea party from hell. And we have a full double page of everything. Like everything has a face and talking. Everyone's talking. What the hell? Will it be some strawberry jam? Or will it be made from someone's blood? It don't matter to me. Just make sure to come if you were invited. It will be a sweet day with perfectly devilish sacrifice. For this is the land of everyone's dreams, a country that's filled with all kinds of people, and its name is Totland. Oh, I can't wait! I heard through the grapevines that he's already here as well. That's right, he's here. Ha ha ha! Straw hat. Oh hell no! Like, Big Mom knows that that Straw Hat is coming. Like, so much for the stink mission. Like, what the heck? How did they figure it out? How does she know that? But of course, it's the mob boss, culture. Like, they always know people. They always know stuff about people. You can't pull sneak attacks on the mafia. They do it to you first. That's how it works in life. Shit. Alright, that is it.